Yo, today we're going to be talking about my Ironmaster Storage. This is a Frankenstein piece by yours truly. I'm using a couple Rogue shelves, a modified S4 stand, and then band pegs to hold all the weight. Thanks for coming to my site. Now I know what you're thinking. Bruh, the flag isn't centered. Okay, well, my reasoning is that the shelf, if I move it closer to the water heater, it's gonna block the elliptical a little bit, and I don't really want that. And it is centered on the circuit breaker panel, which is what was important to me at that time. I guess I could move it over since you barely even see it underneath, but whatever, back to the matter at hand. Why did I go with the shelves, right? So the options on their website is pretty limited. You really only get the choice between a filing cabinet or a cart. And the filing cabinet, there's no space on top for you to adjust the dumbbells in any way, shape, or form. So you would have to grab them, put them on the ground, grab the files, place them on, and then go to town. But for the cart, even though it does move around, it really is only 28 inches high. There is kind of a decent amount of room with it being 2 by 2 feet for you to put on the plates on top. But at 28 inches, you're about right here. So you would have to set them up slightly hunched over probably. This is 32 inches tall. And I could have it up to 67.5 inches tall. Would I want that? I mean, I'm no half Thor, so I'm not gonna freaking be up here adjusting my fucking dumbbells, but it's an option. Especially if I decide to do something else with them, and then I can use the shelves for something else. Versatility is the name of the game for home gyms. I'm sure you all know that already. And I find that the cart and the cabinet are just a little bit too niche. One thing the cart wins over this is that it is super mobile. But I do find that I tend to do my workouts in this area anyway, and so I don't really need to be moving around with huge ass dumbbells. I find that people tend to not want to DIY, and I'm very much the same, but DIY solutions do tend to be more catered to you. Someone even built a full-on Ironmaster station for themselves just out of 2x4s. And while I am not really a builder or a carpenter and I don't want to go quite that far, I am willing to experiment a little bit with a bunch of different Rogue products to create something. And you're thinking, the cart is 500 bucks. How is this amalgamation any better? And would it even be cheaper? Ooh, get ready for a buy and sell story for the ages. So initially I bought a U-line cart, which normally costs like 190 bucks off their website. I bought it off Facebook Marketplace, brand new, for $40. It says that it would hold up to 400 pounds, and my dumbbells, with everything here, should have only been around 280 pounds. But whenever I was using it and I had all the weight on it, it leaned freaking heavy, freaking leaning tower of Pisa, man. What I ended up doing to alleviate the cart of the weight is buying an S4 stand. And I know what you're thinking. You spent $400 on an S4 stand, $40 on the cart. Why not just buy the $500 cart that is specifically made for Ironmasters? The thing is, I bought the S4 stand as a package from somebody off Facebook Marketplace, and it was a good deal. It was the S4, a beater bar, and an Ironmaster Super Bench for just $250. A steal. I ended up selling the bench for 200 bucks and the bar for 50 bucks. So I essentially got the S4 stand for free. We love boy math. Eventually, I saw that the shelves popped up on Facebook Marketplace for 200 bucks. I think typically they're like 125, 150 a piece. Oh, fuck. Let me fact check. Okay, the 43-inch wide ones are 170 a piece before shipping and taxes. So for two of them, 200 bucks, that's a done deal, baby. I went and picked these up for 200 bucks, realized they did not fit well on the S4s. because the S4s have no holes on the sides, and that sucked. This is gonna sound stupid to a lot of you, I'm sure, but I played musical posts by buying an SML2 for 400 bucks. What the fuck is this guy on about? Okay. So I ended up buying the SML2. I switched out the short posts on my rack to long posts. I used those short posts here as a 3x3, holes on the front, holes on the side. Perfect for the shelf. And then I took those S1 posts and put them on the base of that SML2 and made an S1. Sold that for 350 bucks. So all in, cart for 40 bucks. I can sell it. I kind of use it for other things. It's my electronic station at the moment. Right now it's holding my script. So that's just 40 bucks in. The S4 combo, 250 bucks. Sold it for 250 bucks also. So kind of cancels out. Shelves, 200 bucks. And the SML2, $400. But then I sold the S1 for 350. So if I never sold anything, basically I would have spent $690 to make this. But the thing is, I've been buying and selling along the way. So all in, this cost me $340 to make. With the shelves being 170 brand new by themselves, that's already 350 bucks solely. So, I mean, you can't knock it. I'll probably have to make a video soon about the speed of these and why I think this works. I guess I could kind of do that now, but I just want to pump out this video real quick, so nah. I do want to mention other honorable mention solutions. So obviously there's the DIY station that people sometimes do. I've seen people build carts as well that could hold tons of weight, because 2x4 is actually pretty strong. I just don't want to do any of that work myself, as I said before. But even something like the Kapika weight plate holder, if they sold that on the Ironmaster website, I maybe would have snagged. Or the Every Mate plate holder, both of those on Amazon for pretty cheap. I would have just stored all this on my rack and then probably had the handles and the pins on the ground. Because really, depending on how much weight you're putting on, for the cart you'll be putting the dumbbells on the ground, and then for the filing cabinet, 100% you'll be putting that ish on the ground. Even this as it stands, I can assemble the dumbbells one at a time on this shelf, but most of the time I just end up putting them on the ground too. Like, you just need a flat surface, and boy howdy, the ground does it well. Don't be afraid to come up with solutions for like anything. I mean, it's your gym, man. Cater it to yourself. Look out for numero uno, bro. That's you. And if you really want to look out for yourself, then subscribe to Porky's Powerhouse. And as always, stay hungry.